All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gooner Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is a very, and I do mean very, belated preview. So first of all, let me extend my apologies. I did say I would be ready to do this in an hour. Turned out I was ready to do this in just over 2 hours. Some technical issues, so sorry about that. But I'm here now. I'm ready. So let's get cracking. And let's do the preview. So for some weird reason, we are playing the Europa League tomorrow. Not Thursday, tomorrow. Not only are we playing it tomorrow, we're playing it at 3:50 p.m. in the UK, which screws me over, particularly with doing the watch along. So I know Lee has some issues of his own with regards to setting up Wi-Fi where he's based. Even if he could do that, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it tomorrow because I'm at work. And quite honestly, I did not know about these times. These damn television companies, you'd think it's based somewhere out of Mongolia, but it's like the place where you've decided to do the match is in Portugal. Am I right? So why the heck are they doing it so early and on a Wednesday? I have no idea. It's just annoying because it's just like I'm going to know the result, but I'm going to have to watch it, particularly because it's Arsenal. It'll probably be a bad result. That means I'm going to be watching a replay of the game because of this show, knowing that it's going to be a loss. Right? I'm not predicting a loss, but let's just assume Arsenal lose, right? And by the way, I'm not predicting a loss, but let's assume Arsenal lose. It's an away game. It's very possible, right? That means I'm going to be watching the game knowing Arsenal lost, trying to motivate myself to watch the game so I can review it for you guys afterwards. It's not a prospect I'm looking forward to. So I'm going to try and catch bits and bobs where I can, but it's more than likely I'm going to have to watch the game after I come back from work. Things I do for you lot, eh? In terms of the games itself, well, obviously with the news of Xhaka, I guess there comes a little bit of resolution there, I suppose, because we now know that Granit Xhaka will no longer be Arsenal captain, and the person replacing him is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. It's funny, you know, because I just did a video on that. Go check that out if you haven't had an opportunity to see it. And then I found out some extra information where I was like, oh, was Aubameyang the right choice? Because I heard another rumor. I heard a rumor that Aubameyang has a, how should we call it, a gentleman's agreement that if Real Madrid come in for him, that he would be allowed to speak to them. What Arsenal have said to Aubameyang is, sure, with the proviso that they get a bid of 80 million euros. I guess they're trying to get that Pepe money back. So that kind of makes you think, well, why would you give the captaincy to someone who's probably leaving in the summer? Because I've been hearing a lot of rumors about Real Madrid are very, very interested. I'm going to save you guys the effort now because I know you're about to ask, if we get 80 million in the summer for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, would you sell? Yes. Yes. I know that's not popular, but yes. For 80 million euros, I would sell. With the proviso that they reinvest that money, I would sell. I would sell because for the simple reason that I don't think there is that much life left in Aubameyang anyway. Quote me, I love him, I want him to stay. But if we were to get an 80 million euro and the man wants to leave anyway, so to me it's a no-brainer. And you reinvest that somewhere else, whether that's getting this Juventus kid that's been threatening to blow up and be decent for some time now, or you get someone else, the next up-and-comer. There's always younger, potentially better strikers out there. So yes, it's not the ideal situation, And because I know the takeaway from this preview will be, oh, Chig says sell Aubameyang. No, Chig did not sell Aubameyang. What I'm saying is, if these rumors are true, and you had to ask me honestly, if an 80 million euro bid came in for Aubameyang, would you sell him? I would sell him. Anyway, I digress. But our new club captain, I don't think will be playing in this game anyway. Because I had a list, I was privy. The good thing about doing a game, a late preview like this, is I have an idea now of who travels on these certain trips. So it allows me to not pick a player that hasn't traveled on a trip. Aubameyang hasn't traveled, I don't believe. Hold on, let me double check before I start talking that ish. Nope, he's not traveled, but Pepe has, interestingly enough. So I want you to keep that in mind because I made some controversial calls to the team. I know I've made some controversial calls to the team. I want that to be clear, nice and clear, because I know you guys won't be happy. But I also think that it is necessary for me to do this. And I want you to keep that in mind, right? But here is my hope for 11 for the team that starts tomorrow afternoon's game against Vitoria. So bear with me. Big up to the 18 of you that are still watching. Big up, to be fair. It's like almost 12 in the UK, so bear with me. Let me show you what I'm working with. All right, so that is my 11 to start the game. Now, I recognize there's one player in particular that screams out at you here. I know this already. I'm aware of this already. And I want you to know that I'm aware of this already. I feel like we can make it work. So let's talk about the back five at the moment, because I think everyone would be reasonably expecting a similar sort of back five. Maybe they might expect Holding. This is always my hope for 11, not the managers. And for me, I'd start to transition Holding towards the first team. And the person I take out of that is Socrates. Reason being is that, for better or worse, the manager likes playing out from the back. I think Rob Holding is a better footballer than Socrates, full stop. And I think that's why you play him alongside Mustafi. For a game like this, those two should be fine in the middle. On either side of Socrates and Mustafi, you have Kolasinac, who is our second choice left back, so of course he would play in this game. And then Hector, who's still working his way to fitness. I must admit, I like Chambers. You guys know I like Chambers. I hate Callum Chambers as a right back. So I think the sooner Hector gets back up and running, and believe me, I don't think Hector is perfect, but at least he's a right back. So the sooner Hector gets up and running, the better for me. Then my controversial call. I've gone with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Yep, I've gone with him as a DM as well. God help me. To be fair, guys, it's probably going to look more like this. I think that's more likely how it will look. I think Ainsley Maitland-Niles will relish playing it as a central midfielder. None of this wing stuff. He's not a right back. He's not a winger. He's a central midfielder. Play him in a spot. Let's see if the kid can salvage what's left of his Arsenal career. And I say play him in his position. I've always felt that he's been battling that position with Torreira for some time. It's very clear that Emre likes certain midfielders of a certain height. That's why he doesn't fancy Torreira. And that's why seemingly he doesn't fancy Ainsley Maitland-Niles in that position either. But that's the spot that I would play him personally. Alongside Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I'll be playing Joe Willock. Thought he had a banger of a goal last time we saw him. And I like to see Joe just coming back up. He started off the season really well, then had two really crappy games. Then I had a banger of had a really good performance and a banger of a goal the last time we saw him. And I'd like to see him in this game. I think a little bit of energy is what we need. We did see Vitoria put a lot of pressure on us in the Emirates. We can probably expect something similar. Sorry about that beeping, by the way. It's my washing machine. It will stop in a second. So Joe Willock will probably continue just alongside Eziment and Niles. They know each other well. I expect them to perform. Just ahead of him is Ceballos. Ceballos, I ain't going to lie to you, has disappointed over the last few games. I still think he's a good player, but it does make me worry that, you're not really suited to the Premier League too tough. I still think he'll adapt and he'll get better. But I do think that, unsurprisingly, the physicality of the league has really shocked him. And I think that's why we've seen a dip in his performances. I know a lot of people have tapped out on Ceballos already. I haven't. I still think he's a decent player. Got a lot of technical ability. But we need to see him adapt quicker, particularly if Arsenal are going to take that chance and actually buy him. Then you need to show the reason why we should buy you. Because at the moment, I don't think anyone's in a hurry to say, yeah, we should buy Dani Ceballos. So, and mind you, I'm a fan of his. That's coming from me. So I'd like to see him adapt a little bit quicker. And let's see where we go. So Dani Ceballos. And then my front three, which I've tweaked. Nelson's back up and running. He's said to have travelled to Portugal. Probably a risk starting him following an injury. But I'm going to start him because I would like to see the balance back in the team. I think, incidentally, the coach will start Pepe, particularly as he didn't play in the weekend. Maybe giving him some easier opponents to try and score against might be a way of trying to build his confidence. For me, Pepe gets in my first team. You should have not been in the team in the first place. So Pepe, I'll keep him on the bench because I've taken him out there now. But to me, I'm going to put Nelson, play him on the right-hand side, not this left nonsense. Play him on the right-hand side, whipping balls in, helping out Hector Bellerin. And similarly, you could do Saka doing the same thing from the left-hand side. So you've got two people just whipping in balls and whipping them in quickly for Martinelli. We know what he does. The man is a genius with his head, seemingly. I still don't think he's the most technical player with the feet. That's why I'm hesitant when people say stuff like, oh, he's the next Suarez, he's the next this, he's the next that. I've not yet seen that. But what I will say that he has a banger of a shot. He's very good physically. His movement is excellent. To me, actually, that encourages me more than anything else. The technical side will come to him. Movement is difficult to teach. And he has that down pat. Actually, incidentally, I actually think that's where Eddie struggles. Because I think Eddie is a pretty good finisher when he gets into position. Decent enough technical ability. But sometimes he stays a bit static, especially when he steps up a level. Obviously, in the lower levels, his movement's a little bit better because, let's be real here, the level's not as good. Similarly with the under-23s. But I remember watching him one time, actually live watching him at the Emirates one time, and he was hugging the right-hand side, and he was barely moving. And I just thought to myself, because I saw his debut, again, another one I saw live, and his movement for those two goals was excellent. But then when I saw him against Spurs was the game I was talking about, he came on as a sub, and he barely moved. And I was like, Whereas with Martinelli, just tomorrow, for anyone who actually will be watching it at 350, just watch Martinelli. Just watch his movement. It's very, very clever, very, very sly. And considering he has an amazing amount of pace as well, but he already has the intelligence to not necessarily rely on it, it's very, very impressive. And that's why I like him as a striker. I was amazed that Emery doesn't see him as a striker. to me, it's a striker all day long. So yeah, Martinelli up top. You guys let me know what you think of the team. No doubt you will. There isn't that many of you because I know it's late. It's a school night. So let me just go into the chat quickly. But the few of you that are here, please do stick a like on the video. Because the one thing it does do, it helps people notice it. Especially in the morning. They can say, oh shit, Chig's done a video, and then watch it as they get ready for work. Yeah, what? That happens. So let me go into the chat. Let me see what you guys are saying. Bear with me. Stop sharing. All right, bear with me. Don't see us winning. Not too shabby, Chig. Decent lineup. Big up yourself. Who's crap? The hot dog man at the Emirates. Papa, that is. Emre defensive mid. Yeah, that was my controversial call. But I think he could do it. I think he could do it. He did the job against United. That was where he specifically played. Oichig money. Hope you're good. One thing's for sure, that team will work hard. Yeah. Yeah. I see it being a draw, if you want me to be honest. Probably 2-2, which isn't the worst result. I could see it being 2-2, something like that. Can anyone not watch the match, lads? Put them on timeout. Yeah, my rule is I'm a little bit stricter than Lee, to be fair. But my rule is unless they say something horrendous, like short of them being racist or homophobic to someone, put them on timeout. Otherwise, block them. Any robots trying to put their streaming sites on there, block them and waste no time. Everyone is fully fit, not injured. Who can't wait to see Torreira play up front? I don't think Torreira traveled. Oh, no, he did. Torreira did travel, yeah. So just to let you know, just the squad that traveled was Leno, Bellerin, Tierney, Socrates, Ceballos, Lacazette. So Lacazette traveled. Torreira, Maitland-Niles, Holden, Pepe, Mustafi, Nelson, Martinez, Joe Willock, Guendouzi, Kolasinac, Martinelli, and Bakayoko Saka. All the best, Chig, to your content is good. We just need to get the word out. Thank you, Seb. I appreciate it. And yes, we do. Lee still wants to get me to 10,000 before Christmas. If I get to 7 before Christmas, I'll be reasonably happy with that. Toilet breaks at 4 in work class. I can't believe they're showing the game that late. Sorry, that early. Laka should play. His confidence is fairly low, and he needs a goal. And I bet you that's why he travelled, Elliot. I bet that's why he travelled. I'll be in work for the match. Possible long toilet break incoming. Oh, man. I think we'll win, but it won't be easy as Vitoria laid into us at our ground. Yep, I agree. All right, guys. Literally 4 more minutes, I'm out of here. Any more questions? 4 more minutes. Just to let you guys know, Chick Flicks, I was going to do my Bad Boys episode tonight. I've set it up, but I'll end up doing it tomorrow. It just means I have to go longer without watching the trailer, which looks fun as fuck. Chig, you need to be on more nights, mate. To be fair, I didn't do a video yesterday, but I did one on Sunday. I've done 2 today. It's like, give me a minute. I'm doing another one tomorrow in terms of a review. And then possibly another one with Ola where a review or a preview KSI Logan Paul. So it's not like I'm not dropping these videos often. Believe me. Chig, I was genuinely in Germany since Friday. Have you done any UFC reviews? So when we do the KSI Logan Paul preview, we will also be reviewing the 244 card. So look out for that. Have you tried a Popeyes chicken sandwich? I don't have Popeyes in the UK. You good, Chig? Do you serve? I'm good. Do you think we need to get our quick pass and move back? We were devastating playing that style. You might want to give Wenger a call then, David, because this manager doesn't seem to be on playing them once. Every night, dude. Love your shirt. Every night. Maybe. Do you believe Shaka will play another game before January? Yeah, so funny enough, a lot of people have said, right, that's it. Granit Xhaka will probably end up leaving now that he's had his captaincy taken off. I think as long as the coach loves him, the likelihood is that he'll still be here at least until January. Me personally, once he made the decision to react the way he did, I don't know how you could stay. But that's just my view. Big up to you, Pistol. Appreciate it, man. My Aussies my Aussies and Irish, they always show me love on here. So thank you guys. Much appreciated. And yes, in a heartbeat, Evan, but I don't think he'd leave Leicester. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much it from me. But do stick a like on this video. I'll be back tomorrow, probably around 8, 9, once I've had a chance to watch the game, to review the game. Do stick a like on this. Like I say, isn't that many people watching at the moment because it's just a late one. But just allow them to find it by crushing the like button. That will help the show get noticed. Please do hit the subscribe button. I've started to stop saying that, weirdly. Just crossed the 65-50 mark. So that's brilliant. On the road to 7K, I want to try and get there before Christmas with the view of I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the season. So these are the targets. Please do help me get there. I'll be back tomorrow, like I said, to review the game. I'll also be back on with Ola tomorrow to preview Logan Paul, KSI, and to review 244. So do keep an eye out on that. Do subscribe to my Chit Flicks channel. I'll be doing a reaction video to the Bad Boys trailer #2. So that's one of the things I was testing earlier, just to see if there's a way I could do it without screen capture. I found one. So we're going to be doing one tomorrow. And yeah, I'm excited that I'll be my first Chig reacts to anything. So yeah, do get the subscriber numbers up for that, because I'm almost on 100K, if only 100 subscribers for that one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm out of here. Quick before you go. Go on then, Evan. Quickly before you go. Imagine Wenger come to Arsenal in his first interview and say, back again. I think everyone would mark out if he said that. Everyone. By Skynet. Chick flick. Any films on Netflix? Need one. Oh. Films on Netflix. Nothing that comes to mind, if I'm being honest. If you're looking for a TV series, literally 3 episodes, 45 minutes each, go watch Criminal on Netflix. Criminal UK, though. Excellent. Highly recommended. Three episodes, 45 minutes each. Very, very good. If you like Line of Duty, you'll like that. So go check that out. Films, I haven't really seen any good films on Netflix lately. Top Boy is another good series as well. Excellent. But that's 10 episodes. That's a bit more meatier. So yeah. All right. I'm out of here, people. Take care. Peace.